we're going to be talking about Don't F with Cats and whether I should watch it. High five!
High five! Damn!
Are you blind?
Haven't we done that joke before?
Guys, if you've caught this, whack it in the comments below. Let me know what you think of it. Him indoors has seen it and I haven't. So let's have a conversation with him to see if he thinks I'm actually going to be okay with it.
I don't think you're going to be okay with it. First thing to say, it's accessible. So I caught it all with audio description, and normally this would be a very good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing, but the audio description was brilliant. And that's why it's so distressing.
So it's brilliant but distressing.
It's very distressing.
Was it very like descriptive and?
Yeah, so that for anybody
no.
who's not caught it on Netflix, okay, it's a program about, I won't tell you the name of the person or whatever, we'll talk about a video that's emerged online of somebody who has taken the lives of little defenceless kittens. One Boy, Two Kittens, I think the original YouTube was called. What happened was, and this isn't a spoiler alert, I'm not going to do any spoiling, these internet folk were fairly outraged by it, so they start using, intermediate investigative techniques, and they're sort of techniques that I use in the line of work that I do as a day job. But you've got these people, and they're getting hold of, all these nuggets of information. They're trying to find out who would do these things to a kitten, and it goes on from there. So they don't just take the lives of two kittens. They go on. There's no secret in saying, because it's not a spoiler, say that throughout it this person's threatening to take the life of another human, and we find out in that whether they do take a life of another human. I have to tell you now, this is a spoiler alert, it does get pretty traumatic at different points.
Okay, so on that basis, I don't think I could put myself through that. I just don't like the thought of animals being tortured, killed.
Don't you? I absolutely loved it. No, of course you don't like the idea of an animal being tortured.
But why would I put myself through that? I just don't think I could put myself through listening with audio description to the detail of how...
They don't do moment of death.
Yes, but even so, just knowing what happens, it's just horrific.
Bad things happen in life.
I know, but I don't... yeah, but I can be ignorant to it. I don't have to then subject myself to watching something.
Do you think ignorance is bliss?
Probably.
Like
in that case,
1984 is war peace.
I just don't like it.
No, so here's the thing. It is a distressing thing to watch. The documentary makers have done a brilliant job in pulling this all together.
Okay.
They use these internet techniques in order to track this person down, and this person obviously goes on to do some bad things. And I think it's really good because you're catching both the online investigation into it, and separately you're catching what the police eventually do in terms of this person.
Yeah.
And I would say, yes, it's traumatic, but you should watch it.
I'm not sure. I'm not convinced on what you've said so far.
Well, that's the whole point.
No, I
know that you would find it hard.
Yeah, I really would. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing that.
Can I tell you, last night, when you're asleep, I had my headphones on.
Yeah.
I did all three documentaries in the series.
Whoa, that is insane.
I binged it.
You binged it?
Yeah, I binged it.
So from start to finish?
Start to finish. And it's bingeable. The other night I caught American Murder. I'm not necessarily into gore for the sake of gore.
Yeah, we did.
But we did together, of course, that's right.
Yeah.
But I wonder whether there's enough appetite among your Twitter followers, your Facebook followers and your YouTube followers.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'd accidentally just said Twitter incorrectly and then just covered up with all that other stuff. I definitely meant to do that. Whether we should talk about audio-described films and things that are good, because I recently redid Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that word. Yeah. And it's a totally different thing with audio description.
Yeah, it brings it to life, though. Audio description is absolutely fantastic. I do think.
If you don't know what audio description is, by the way, guys, it's...
How do you not know? No, I'm joking.
For anybody who may not know, it's a track that describes what's visually happening on screen. So,
when
for example, it might say, Sean scratches his nose. I mean, I don't think that's the pinnacle of the creativity, but, the idea is it makes it accessible to either people who are blind, low vision, or for that matter, if you're somebody who likes to do stuff while you're watching the TV.
But it's
but would there be the appetite in doing maybe the top 5 audio described shows on Netflix? Maybe you guys have a program that you think I'm being selfish now, do you mind? If you got a suggestion of a film that I can catch, that we can catch, a documentary, anything like that, could you pop it in the comments below while you're hitting that subscribe button for us?
Because here in England, we're on lockdown and we're looking for things to kind of do together. So any
YouTube
suggestions?
videos.
Yeah, YouTube
This one.
videos, exactly that. Anything like that will just be so fantastic. So put them in the comments below.
And what do you, I mean, so you caught that weird thing, 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah, that was really strange.
Not as strange as mowing the lawn this late in the evening.
Yeah,
That's pretty strange.
That was really quite harrowing, actually.
Would you recommend it?
Probably not, because I just think it was just a really tragic state of events, and it was just, I mean, it was put together really well, but I just think it was really emotionally really difficult for me. Right at the end, it was just, yeah, heartbreaking. So
13 Reasons Why, not a recommendation from you.
Yeah.
Don't, with cats, I would recommend, but I would say it's harrowing, but it's worth the traumatic points to get to where you get to. And I'd also recommend, if you liked that, if you watched Don't with Cats, I'm not saying the words, and they star it out anyway, I would also have a look at a BBC Africa Eye investigation called The Anatomy of a Killing. That's all I'll say. And that uses an awful lot of investigative techniques, even more advanced ones again.
Yeah.
So if that's your sort of thing, I'd give that a go. Have you subscribed yet, by the way? Haven't you?
Why not?
Well, no, hang on. Just
Okay.
a favour.
No,
hold. We're
okay.
going to count to 5 seconds while you click on the subscribe and the bell to be notified. Have you subscribed yet? Good. No, don't you subscribe. Perfect. So do you think there would be a vlog you could do in terms, we've got a plane overhead, I don't know where they're going to in the current climate.
Yeah.
Would you be interested in doing something on audio description, or, you know, maybe blind tech or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm up for anything. I think audio description is a really good one, and especially for a lot of people, audio description is going to be so helpful.
Yeah.
To know what's happening on screen, and you're not going to miss those really important details that might be.
Yeah, so Breaking Bad, just very briefly on that. So when I caught it originally, which was when it was first out, there wasn't audio description.
Yeah.
And although you could follow some of the dialogue, some of it you couldn't because it was in Spanish. And the way I followed it, because it was good enough that I was gripped by it. And I went afterwards and I listened to these podcasts called Talking Bad that broke down every episode, and it gave you an idea, but it was after the fact.
Yeah.
So that's something that I would say
You
makes a
had to
massive
do,
difference
yeah.
on Netflix. The other thing is I've got Game of Thrones season 1 and 2 with audio description. I haven't caught Game of Thrones yet. So would you recommend Game of Thrones? If you would, whack it in the comments below, because I would actually like to know, is it going to be a good thing to do with audio description, and whether you'd recommend anything else. I am literally gagging I am for things to catch during lockdown. How about you? You gagging?
Yeah, I'm totally gagging.
She's gagging for it. So if you can tell her what she should watch.
Put it in the comments.
Hang on a minute. We're blind. You can't say watch.
Oh yes. No,
So
don't. You offended me. No.
Can we explain that? We
Okay.
would say watch, right?
Yeah.
We'd say watch.
It's a term that everyone uses. Yeah. Or look over there.
You wouldn't say, did you see Radio 4? Because that would just sound weird.
Yeah.
But and you wouldn't say, did you see the bill? Because not only, horses for courses, but it finished a long time ago.
It did.
But something like, did you watch the 6 o'clock news tonight? I'm not going to sit there and say, I can't see it. How dare you? Would you?
No. It's just a terminology.
Is anybody actually offended, by the way? Because you have an awful lot of people who follow the channel who are blind and low vision. Is anybody actually offended by saying see or watch? Because I maintain that that's other people's sensitivities.
Yeah, it might be, and again, it depends on people's sight loss journey. So it might be quite raw for some people, but for me, it's just a part of the English language. It's yes, I did watch the news, or no, I didn't watch EastEnders. That sort of thing.
Subscribe and
we'll catch you soon. Bye.